Hi everybody, Coulter Brown here. Thanks for joining us for Northern Ag TV. Well, it was a real treat to have the Montana 4-H Ambassador team stop by our office when they were in town for fall leadership training. That's an annual event the Ambassador team puts on for teen leaders to help them develop leadership skills, network, and share ideas. Stella Duran is the Leadership Council representative on the Ambassador team and told me about the importance of 4-H to Montana's youth.
4-H is truly the best thing that I've ever encountered in my life. It's really just a program that is full of these doors of opportunity that you wouldn't find anywhere else. For me, that opportunity was a lot of traveling and a lot of networking. I went to DC, I think 3 times over the last couple of years to attend different conferences and everything. It's just brought me so many different things, and I think it has the potential to do that for everybody involved.
Cadence Sims of Yellowstone County is a publicity chair on the Ambassador team, and she's been a 4-H member for 11 years. She started as one of the youngest members in the club, and now she's the president. She said one of her favorite aspects is helping young members develop into leaders in their own right.
I think it's super cool to see their growth. When I started out, I was a super shy kid and I would not go in front of anybody and say anything, and I think it's really cool that you meet those leaders that help you progress like that, and I think it's super important to reach out to those little kids that need that leader in their life and help them become the leader.
Well, there was a great turnout of producers at the New Trends in Agriculture seminar in Glasgow this week. It was fun to hear from Charlie Cahill on some of the new seed genetics they're developing. Keynote speaker Ray Archuleta spoke on regenerative ag practices. We also heard about estate planning, weed control, and a whole host of topics. Got to give it a shout out to the winner of the Dell Stroman Ag Trendsetter Award. That was Tony Fast. Tony farms near Luster, and he's become a huge ag advocate with his YouTube channel that's gained over 100,000 followers, where he addresses misconceptions about farming and just sharing what they're up to there at Fast Ag. Well, major commodity organizations have thrown their support behind the Farmer Assistance and Revenue Mitigation, or FARM Act, to get some much-needed support to ag country. Now, the bill would provide aid to producers when revenue falls below the cost of production. Eligible crops would include wheat, barley, pulses, corn, soybeans, and other oil seeds. Now, payments would be made based on planted acres, not base acres. Expected payments are forecast to be about $100 an acre for corn and $85 an acre for wheat. However, the $21 billion price tag could be a limiting factor if they try to pass the bill in the midst of a farm bill discussion. Well, thanks for being with us this morning. We'll be back here shortly to talk about the markets.
From the beginning, we've worked closely with farmers. BNSF's ties to the agricultural community go back 175 years. Together, we've innovated to make the U.S. agriculture supply chain one of the most efficient and productive in the world. Our strong relationship powers BNSF still today and helps us move the nation like no one else can. At BNSF, we move the nation for you.
Well, thanks for sticking around for the markets, everybody. You know, we saw a sizable correction lower last week in the cattle futures, but optimism around the election and the stock market launching higher really helped them to pick up some ground. Now, things have been a bit calmer lately here, but really the fundamentals of tighter cattle supplies and rebuilding in the cow herd still looking a ways off is supporting the market. Now, lately, box beef prices have been trending lower as the choice cutout continues to back off. Cash-fed cattle trades slow to come in, with packers bidding the market lower and feed yards asking for more than last week. We could be in for a late week standoff. Well, there was a steady market on the steers in Torrington. Weights definitely skewing towards the lighter side. 4 to 4.5 weight steers from 370 to 385. Bigger 4 weights 335 to 351. 5 to 5.5 weight steers largely from 310 to 320, although some NHTC steers brought 347 and the upper 5 weights from 289 to $3. At the public auction yards in Billings, the cow market trended $1 to $5 lower. Front end of the cows $115 to $125. A big group of heiferettes selling from $162 to $220, and a good size test of short-term bred cows from $1650 to $1850. And the reaction from the wheat market to the election hasn't been as kind as the cattle. The dollar index has jumped up sharply, which doesn't help export potential, so that's kind of been weighing on wheat. We're now preparing for the monthly World Supply and Demand report out today, where U.S. corn and soybean production as well as ending stocks are projected to be pulled a little lower. For wheat, no change expected to domestic ending stocks, but world supplies are forecast to be adjusted lower. The futures closed with December hard red winter wheat yesterday at $5.69, spring wheat at $6.02. Well, thanks for joining us for today's Northern Ag TV. That's going to do it for us, but be looking for the next report coming to you from the Wyoming Farm Bureau Convention in Casper. I'm Coulter Brown. Have a good one.